Are you struggling to get approved for a loan or apartment after a financial setback? In this video and Brandon's blog, Brandon Smith, Senior Vice President of IRA Smith Trustee and Receiver Inc., breaks down the most effective way of building your credit with a secured credit card specifically for the Canadian marketplace. If you have filed a consumer proposal or gone through bankruptcy, your credit score has taken a hit, but you don't have to wait 6 or 7 years to start fixing it. In this Brandon's blog and video, you will learn the safety net strategy, timing your rebuild, the 30% utilization secret, R7 versus R9 ratings, choosing the right tool, the roadmap to graduation, and avoiding predatory traps. Rebuilding your financial life requires a plan. As licensed insolvency trustees, we help Canadians navigate the path from insolvency to a 700-plus credit score. I am Avatar Ira Smith, President of Ira Smith Trustee and Receiver Inc. Both Brandon Smith and myself, the real ones right now, are helping consumers and entrepreneurs just like you. So if you're burdened with too much debt, call us now for a free consultation. We would love to speak with you. I hope you can watch the rest of this video and that you find the information useful.
Let's just start right there with that feeling, that knot in your stomach when you think about what comes next. It's a really heavy weight, I get it. But I promise you, the path to recovery, it's way faster and a lot clearer than you probably think. All right, so let's get right into it. Today, we're not just talking about bouncing back. We're talking about a full-on comeback story. This is your guide to financial recovery, and trust me, you are the hero of this story. So here's our game plan. First, we're going to survey the landscape, after the storm. Then, we're going to give you the one weapon you need for this comeback. We'll show you exactly how to master it. Watch your progress as that score starts to climb, and then, finally, cross that finish line into a totally new financial future. Okay, so you've made it through the storm of insolvency, and the collection calls have stopped, which, let's be honest, is a huge relief. But now you're looking at a new landscape, and it's really important to know the terrain. You're probably going to see a couple of things on your credit report, an R7 for a consumer proposal and an R9 for bankruptcy. Now, it's so important to see these for what they are, temporary labels. They are not permanent stains, and you might be surprised just how many other people are on this exact same path. Yeah, believe it or not, a whopping 78% of all consumer insolvencies in Ontario are actually proposals, the ones that get that R7 rating. So if that's you, listen, you are so far from alone. This is a path a lot of honest, hardworking Canadians find themselves on. Okay, so every hero needs their special weapon, right? In this story, your comeback weapon is the secured credit card. Seriously, this is the key that unlocks the door back into the mainstream financial world, and it does it faster and safer than pretty much anything else out there. So how does this thing actually work? Well, it's actually brilliantly simple. You put down a small cash deposit, usually somewhere between $300 and $500. That deposit becomes your credit limit, and it acts like a safety net for the bank. Since their risk is totally gone, they are way more likely to approve you. And look, this isn't just some random idea. It's a strategy that's backed by the pros. As Brandon Smith, Senior Vice President at Ira Smith Trustee and Receiver Inc., points out, this method works so well because it gives the credit bureaus a safe way to see and record your positive payment history. It's a proven path to success. So, you've got the tool. But, just having the weapon isn't enough, right? You got to know how to wield it. So let's break down the technique, the step-by-step process to master this new power, and we'll start with what the credit bureaus care about the most. First things first, your payment history. This is the absolute heavyweight champion of your credit score, making up a massive 35% of the total calculation. Paying on time every single time without fail is the single most powerful thing you can do. And right behind it, making up another 30% of your score, is something called credit utilization. That's basically how much you've borrowed compared to your limit. Between these two things, you're looking at 65% of your entire score. You get these two right, and you've basically cracked the code. So here it is, your 4-step blueprint. Super simple. 1. Save up that small deposit. 2. Apply for a card that reports to both major bureaus, Equifax and TransUnion. 3, and this is so key, always keep your balance below 30% of your limit. And 4, pay that bill in full and on time, every single month. Let's talk about that 30% rule for a second, because it's a real game changer. If your limit is $500, you never let the balance go above $150, ever. And here's a pro tip for you. Just put one small recurring bill on it, like Netflix or Spotify. Set up an auto payment, and bam, you're building perfect credit history without even having to think about it. All right, so you've put in the work, you've mastered the technique, and now for the fun part, watching it all pay off. This is where you actually get to see your score start its steady climb, and that's your first real victory on this journey. To do that, you're going to need the right gear. That means picking the best card for you and using free apps to actually track your score as it goes up. Seriously, watching that number improve week after week is amazing motivation. So let's look at a few of the options you have here in Canada. You've got cards like Capital One, which pretty much guarantees approval for most people. There's Neo, which has a really low entry deposit. And then for tracking, you've got great free tools like Borrowwell that send you score updates. The point is, you have choices, and you can pick what works best for you. So what does this journey actually look like timeline-wise? Well, it's actually pretty predictable. Within the very first month, your on-time payment gets reported. By about month 6, you should start to see your score nudge upwards. And then, somewhere between 12 and 18 months of being consistent, you become eligible to graduate. It's a clear path. And hey, if you need a little more convincing, just look at this. Over 75% of Canadians who use this exact strategy see their scores improve within that 12 to 18 month window. This isn't some shot in the dark. It's a highly reliable method that flat out works. And all of this builds up to the final chapter of our story, graduation day. And this isn't just about a number on a screen. This is about you returning to the financial world with new wisdom and totally on your own terms. After those 12 to 18 months of perfect, flawless payments, this is where the magic happens. The lender looks at your account, they give you your deposit back, and they upgrade you to a regular, unsecured credit card. This is a life-changing moment. You are officially back in the game. So, how likely is this graduation to happen? Well, with 18 months of solid consistency, you are 85% more likely to be approved for standard credit products. I mean, those odds are just incredible. Your hard work directly translates into open doors. And I think Brandon Smith puts it perfectly. This is the ultimate reward. The very same banks that might have turned you away before will now be competing for your business. Your fresh start isn't just some far-off possibility. It's already happening. So, there you have it. The whole blueprint is right in front of you. The path is clear. The only question now is, what is the very first step you are going to take today to start your own comeback story? Look, if you're struggling with debt right now and you need a guide to help you get started on this journey, please don't suffer in silence. Reach out to the compassionate experts over at Iris Smith Trustee and Receiver Inc. They offer a free, totally confidential consultation. They can help you get rid of that financial stress and guide you back to peace of mind. Because starting over is taking control.